Hello there, we can logo load. Audio working? Yeah. Is this working? For most cost-efficient operations, locomotive wagons should be similar maximum speeds. Good information. Okay, we're gonna start playing immediately. And what we're gonna do to start with is go by rate. Okay, that needs to be fixed. We're gonna go through all the lines. If I'm not lagging intensely. No, we're gonna have to have 4 annoyingly. We'll have to add actually back. Everyone back. Um, that does not need to be 500. Okay. We'll have to do a time lapse now. We'll do a time lapse on this line, which we will have to cut around with in a second. Anyways, time lapse in 3, 2, 1. Hello again. In 2015. Right? Like, it hasn't actually. Maybe probably got around 15 more years in game, around that, like, give or take 2 years. Actually, the game wants you to normally finish. I only achievement flag. Is this all? Yeah. No, I prefer humans. That's very close. uh, no, so oh yeah, we still got one. I'm gonna check on some of the rates still. That's alright. That's way too high. That one. 1, 2. There we go. Oh, this one. 5, 6, 3. These. No, we are gonna add the third one. It's slightly inefficient, but we're what I'm gonna do a time lapse on this game. Because I haven't done it. I don't think I've done a time lapse on this game for literal ages. Because it doesn't really connect to anything else, so I don't think about it too much. Ooh, anyways, time lapse in. Um, 3, 2, 1. Hey, y'all again. Uh, what we want to do is I haven't actually set anything up. I'll just talk. I'll just I think the video is going to be fixing stuff up. That might be the name of it. There's another language of this, I think. Anyways, just gonna check how long have we been recording? 27 minutes. These are probably, oh, this. I think we're trying to play with a little bit. Right now, probably done about. Yeah, so this is, I think, my fourth recording this morning, and I'm just doing them all right now. Anyways, we can just immediately start playing. I think I might get a new vehicle. If not, I'm going to new time actually. Anyways, time lapse in 3, 2, 1. Hello again. Yeah, and I was just trying to mess up again. Actually, just I'm tired. Hmm. How high up is this? Well, this is about 390 meters. You could easily, if you could live here, it'd be really, really isolated. Obviously, that's too big. There is an asset that you could use as a filler for a tiny little house. Uh, yeah. No, I'm gonna check on my headquarters. Oh, it's at 160, so realistically, it's not gonna need to get too much iron. Maybe just because of like, so we just need to advance into more modern time. You know, we'll set up, a whole. We'll have a bench. What other things can I have? Like a fountain. Water barrel. We'll have another kiosk. You know what? We'll combine them into two. As two kiosks. You have like two houses that you could, two kiosks that you could use. Ooh, new tram. We are just gonna do a time lapse of me replacing the tram in 3, 2, 1. Hello again. We're just gonna continue. We'll select. No, yeah, we'll select one. Three. Time lapse in 3, 2, 1. Hello again. Let me check audio working yet. What I'm gonna do is. Oh no, no, no! This isn't too full. No, it's 2-1. So it's actually not full. Or the other direction. How's that doing? It is really full. I'm tempted to add a third one, but that's probably overkill. Anyways, I think we get a new train in not too long in the future. Not too long in the future. That's a weird way of phrasing it. I don't know why I phrased it like that. I think I can sell. Yeah, and just have one running. Still gives me quite a lot. I now I'm gonna do some smoothing. There we go. This oh. Anyways, I think this is the last bus we get, but this is going to be for very specific jobs. So, for example, in urban bus, it should do good. In urban, because it's quick enough where it's slower across country roads, so there will be exceptions, but oh, and it does also carry not too many people, but it doesn't really matter. It emits so little, because like this emits 71, 71, 63. But we will just do a time lapse of replacing certain lines with this. They tend to be a small line. So let's do a time lapse of that in 3, 2, 1. Hello again. Just gonna check something. Does this have any fast roads? You know what? We'll make it have some. Oh, I missed it. It's the 3rd of February. Hey, we'll stop it here. Anyways, um, need to thumbnails. Uh, we're gonna do first of all a tram. Find a tram. I do. There's one outside there. Oh, we want to then have. And then this. So we got one dedicated, and one. Just gonna check that is the correct screenshot. I didn't do anything stupid. No, that is correct. Now we're just gonna find a. We'll do a time lapse on. So, well, actually, I'll just add number. Anyways, start playing. Anyways, time lapse in 3, 2, 1. Hello again. Okay. We're actually we're 6.5 years away from the present, a bit less. Let's say February. We're just over 6 years away from the present. Um, uh, hmm. Oh, good. Apple? No. Oh, okay. We now have the new track. I'm gonna do a time lapse. So it's not gonna be all the trucks. It's more likely to be ones that go very heavily into urban areas. But I'll do a time lapse of them in 3, 2, 1. Raising them in 3, 2, 1. Hello again. Uh, what can I do? Time? That's what I don't want to do. Time lapse with. What have I? What was the live? This one. Time lapse in 3, 2, 1. Hello again. Uh, I think we get our last vehicle now. In the year. Yeah, because we still haven't got a replacement for this train. Aside from something lower. And we still haven't got a train at New 320. It's so quick. How many people are waiting here? There's over 200, 180. I am going to add a second train onto this. It's getting insane. There we go, just trying to clear my throat. Does the speed drop at all? That's the amount of that. I'm just gonna pause it for a second just while I That's gonna be in this track. There we go. Okay. How does the Liberty compare? 162. It's only media. We'll look at the power to weight. It's slightly. Oh, it is less powerful. I think it has better turning. It'll emit less. It is more. It is quicker. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go passenger trade. We'll sort by cargo, type, ascending. Most of these are controlled. One of the place, and then oh yeah, because we start to just have a look. This was two trains, wasn't it? I stuck them together. I'm gonna say, is this track from here onwards? At 272, it might not seem like a lot because we don't reach it by then, but that slightly slows us down no matter how fast you're going. Or if you're going really slow compared to your top speed. Can't accept moving. That's a lot of speed. Oh, I genuinely. Oh, I forgot to elect. No. Oh, this trace too long. There we go. Should say no, taking Bishop March. Likely fast. Well, I do want to see. Is this able to? Oh, okay, that needs to be fixed. Needs to be fixed. Hopefully, we might not be able to reach 300, but we should be able to get much, much closer. Than what we have just now. Still slows it down a bit. Oh, that still slows it down weirdly. This might still slows it down. We'll move it back to more. We'll move this back to more. I genuinely can't get any speed. here, 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 here. That not included the capital. There we go. I think we got it all. We will do thumbnails in a second. But anyways, oh, first thumbnail I think we have already. Already right there. Um, Second thumbnail. We're doing this. Is there one slightly further up? In down. Yeah. They're always in behind us. I don't think them. Um, uh, it was that, that, this one. Anyways, I think it's only just started loading. Time lapse. Yeah. We'll do the time lapse and then we'll do the modification afterwards. Anyways, time lapse in 3, 2, 1. Hello again. I think I still need to like level this off and straighten it out. Like here, we could probably continue fine for a bit. It's the other side. Here, 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 here. There. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. I've kind of straightened that out. So this is all 300. Another thing I want to do is where can we send this? Here or here? It's already getting as much as it can. This is It is getting as much as it can. We literally. Oh. You know what? Because this isn't sending us anyway. So we could start sending it there. Oh, there we go. And there we go. Anyways, how much are we using? 200. Go from here to here. Could not connect to stations. It's this. But ironically, it feeds this line. It just is not high up. Yeah. There we go. And then 124. We can then set up. You know what? We'll have this to start with. 173. There we go. And for this, we'll set that up in a second. It'll probably be next episode. We'll set up the oil. The extra plastic delivery. We don't even need to set it up. This is producing well enough plastic. We'll just start introducing the amount delivered to this facility. Anyway, yeah. So we should. I mean, so the rate on this is 400. 400 basically. 400. I should probably no. Uh, oh, and then this 370. We will just pause this while I replace this with this one. To push it to 480 or best amount, I don't know. We will replace that in a second. No new Vic, I don't know why I'm even thinking about that. I just like doing it by year units. We don't even need to think about that now. 3, 2, What? I'll try this in 3, 2, 1. Hello again. Uh, wait, see. Not that. I don't need my. How hard is this? This is less than 200 meters. Hmm. Map is. Oh. I'm still not using. No. No, I am using it. Is this not most of the thing? I think all the basic industries are lovely. By the way, we'll set this track up after we've reached present day, I think. Because I'm going to continue the series until after the present. Oh, we're in January 2023. I didn't notice. Um, oh, we don't have time lapse in there. No, we'll do a time lapse. This. Anyways, time lapse in 3, 2, 1. go again. Ah, we'll wait till July. First thumbnail we want. Just the sheer amount we've added. I'm nearly done, and I pre-recorded so many a couple of weeks ago that I'm nearly done. What could we do? Well, should probably. Oh, actually, I need to decide what. Yeah. We'll do a time lapse here. I can't remember where I last did the time lapse, so yeah, but there's time lapse in 3, 2, 1. Hello again. So, I'm gonna start constructing. You know what? We are gonna have it on. This is gonna be a high-speed train. I'm gonna start. I think we might do it. We actually don't need camera. This is currently on the steam train. Unless we have multiple locomotives. Okay, we might just do time lapse of this train. I don't know why. It just seems like a. Yeah, oh, I know. Start a timer for 10 minutes. It always knows what I do. That's a bit worrying. To be fair, the amount of time I've used timers on my phone. Anyways, time lapse in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, again. Um, gonna continue what? You know what? What we're gonna do is we're gonna have it type because I want to loop. Maybe we can have a little station here, no catenary high speed track. Start work. Um, I think I'm gonna go all the way around the map, but I'm not really sure. Probably, yeah. We are going to try and use a variety of bridges. Try and use both types. We are going to just kind of defend out the way. I'm probably actually going to run 2 trains. I don't know why I can't. That. Do concrete bridge. Uh, ooh, uh, and now it's 25. We're going to do a time lapse of this train in 3, 2, 1. Hello again. Um, Firstly, there we go. Oh, there we go. Fix that, and then we'll do keep. Um, there we go. Um, that's one massive bridge. We are for this just gonna. You know what? We can hide the bridge. Uh, that. Well, um, we'll just do that. Um, yeah, we are able to use this expansion. Um, I'm probably gonna. You know what? We'll just cross here. We're so close. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna push as much as I can. Turning. That, 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 that. Um, there we go. Anyways, getting a bit distracted. I want to take 3 thumbnails. Uh, I'll probably set up some little stations later on, but we next episode and the episode after. I think next episode I might set up the stations. Uh, the episodes after that. I might just mod stuff. Anyways, anyways, like this video if you enjoyed it. Share it if you think other people enjoy it. Oh no, 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 sorry. I haven't actually reached the bit I would like to reach, which is the 50th minute. I would like to double try. What do I want to start playing? That is one thing I do want to do is we'll start here. Oh, I do need it to be electrified because I'm not just running the we could run two tracks, a non-electrified. Like, hey, you know, this will be electric. Yeah, I want to run. Then we can start. This one doesn't have the track. Obviously, this will just be able to. Um, yeah, uh, this does need to be turned on, which is confusing. But I guess keep. We're gonna start. I might have two stations, just two uh nearly rapid settings. Probably just gonna move it back 2 segments. Um, Here. Um, oh, this is so annoying. Yeah. How far do I have to go? Uh, no. There we go. I should probably, continue playing. Oh, wrong track. There we go. This is probably so you'll just. Oh, new achievement. That scared me. Very, very strongly scared me. I was not expecting to get an achievement, but that's nice. What was the achievement? Default. Okay, it's rail bridge. I reckon I got that a while ago. It's only just updated because I definitely have. Well, I reckon I just got that and it just took a minute to update because normally it does. That's so that's our first achievement in ages. Why is it roads? I don't think it's possible to ask them so. Annoyingly, we're not going to be here for when the date passes because we'll be in the time lapse. And I can't be bothered to get rid of the time lapse. That requires me to make doing stuff. I guess I just reduce it to 5 minutes. Yeah, no, I'll keep the time lapse. Any other track-based achievements? Well, we can't really get. We might be able to get speed of light. We won't get that. Any just that we might be able to get. And I have 50k of bridges, so this might get us quite close. It's actually insane, I think, how I haven't already got that. Okay, so this is the way that I've got 300 kilometers of bridge. You know what? I'm just gonna go on the chart. The chart. The chart. I can't find it. Where is it? I financed this weird one. Tracks. Oh, we're only at 2 million. This. We're nowhere near where we want to be. I guess this is only like a medium map, is it? Isn't it? I guess if you had a large map, you might be able to push. That's been done wrong. That's horribly unsatisfying. Oh, it even goes. Why aren't they aligned? They're even clipping into each other. Just wait for it. Oh yeah. Time lapse in 3. Look, time lapse in 3, 2, 1. Hello again. Um, I had some. I accidentally set a 5 minute timer, so I had to set it again. Anyways, ooh, this site what? Uh, oh, we are now past the present day. We've now reached the present day. We're now in the future. Only by like 6 months, but still, we're in the future. It's actually shocking how long this game has been going on, has existed for. Well, why can't I run it parallel? Oh, I haven't submitted. Like how long it's been between the release of the first of the second game and this, and when the third game's released, because they haven't even. I don't think they've put a release date out, and yeah, it's been 6. So I mean, I'm not like massively complaining, because from what I've seen, the next one's going to be a very very good game. It's just insane that in a similar time I've built so much stuff on this map, and I'm mostly been time lapsing. There we go. That's done. Cat name. Yes. This is my cat name track. I'm gonna try and get a decent amount done now, but I probably won't be able to finish. Oh, I need to do station. And yeah, we will do the other track in a minute. We might not get onto that today, because you know. How we know how much track have we got now? Only 2.3. That is insane. You can see it. Well, I think it was about 1900. From about 1900 onwards, there's regular intervals. So there seems to be a bigger. Yeah, it's 4 years ago. Anyways, where are we up to? We'll select something nearby. Those aren't aligned. I'm seriously worried I'm gonna unlock a new vehicle or something, but I'm not because worried. I'm seriously predicting I'm gonna unlock a new vehicle, but I'm not because we've already unlocked any. But anyways, time lapse in 3, 2, 1. Hello again. Think we'll. Ah, it's here, isn't it? Ah, ah, that. Um, yeah, I'm. I'm probably not gonna finish that. Yeah. No, we're just gonna go to here. Anyways, we'll just do. We started. We're nearly done. Yeah, we so next episode we'll do the rest of the third track and fourth track, and maybe set station up, and then the last one. I don't know. I will just. Okay, I might set up the line next episode. Yes, at 2029 we do. Yeah, into 2029, right? And then probably like 2030, early 2030s we'll do the rest of it. Anyways, okay, we're doing. I would like to find where are we up to doing this shop work. There we go. Yeah, yeah, and then we can immediately start working. That needs to be fixed, but we won't have to try. Um, um, I do need to. Oh, okay. What have I done? Save game. Save. I don't even understand what I've just done. You know, if I even make this to go, very bad. Yeah, what did I just do? Like, how did I just do that? Shit. Like, how? Oh. Anyways, we are gonna just fix this. Uh, 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 uh. Move it to the edge so it feels up a little bit. This one we don't want. I forgot. So, um, that, that, and then we'll have yesterday. Go. Right now, I can just do the tunnel, and then what do I work again? Time lapse in 3, 2, 1. Hello again. Um, audio working? Yeah. I want to just continue where I left. Oh, actually, there's one thing. I want to tools. Um, this should not be electrified. There we go. And then what I was doing is this. Here. It. Uh, 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 that. And then that. And then here. Nearly done. Doing this entire track. That that isn't what I There. Anyways, we're going to start working on the fourth track. We're going in this direction now. I will set up the station after I've done all this. Which might end up being next episode, might end up being this episode. I'm not sure how long it's going to take. Oh, I think I've got. Oh, I've got the tunnels one. That's good. Very, very, very curious. Financial. I'm confused. No, we're not even at foot three. How am I not? Like, how ridiculous does your rail network have to be to get the 400 kilometers worth? Like, there has to be something clinically wrong with you. Because I'm doing a loop around my an additional loop, as well as all the train trackers I already have, and I'm still nowhere near it. No, coincidentally, and here again. Luckily, I don't have to do anything actually like taxing. I just have to add another track. Ow, I sort of like that backwards. Um, okay. We're gonna do a time lapse with this train. Now, anyways, time lapse in 3, 2, 1. Hello again. Where are we up to? Okay. Oh, there was something I was going to do. Tools. Uh, hmm, uh, there we go. What's wrong? Oh, I've selected it wrong. Sometimes it just doesn't like it when you've selected it. The way you've selected it. This is what's wrong with it, man? Well, that's because it's got. Uh, oh, what's happening? There's something chronically wrong with the Xbox thing. Uh, it's so nearly done. There we go. And now we're also going to do the station, which is going to be. It's not really a place we need to put it. Uh, here. I will continue playing that, that. We're gonna have to. Oh, we're gonna pause this. Just very quickly build that. We don't want anything like this. We'll move it back one more for each. I don't think I should. We'll actually move this back. Oh, yes. That is going to involve it, time. Yeah. Oh, it doesn't matter. So, there we go. And then we just need to connect it the other way. And do thumbnails. So, why is it not? Um, this. And then this. Feels so weird. We're finally there after I, I don't know. I've lost count because I'm just going through each individual one and editing on its own each evening. Well, at least like 7. It's insane. Anyways, first thing we're gonna do. Oh, you know what? We're gonna do a time lapse with the first. Like, oh, okay. It is being very laggy. I don't know why. Uh, yeah, we'll do a time lapse with this. Start with. If I can just wait. Um, an hour and 20:30. And anyways, time lapse in 3, 2, 1. Hello again. Okay, so we're then gonna buy a trade. Oh, actually, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna have. I do need to do signals, don't I? We're gonna have. We are gonna do the classic. We'll probably put the quest here though. Space. There we go. Oh, it's done it nice and easy. That's always a good sign. Okay, it's not even wanting to do it here. Uh, it's really refusing. There we go. And we're gonna have it on the left side, so like that, and like that. That was the left side. Yep. We'll start with this train. Why is it? We're just gonna. Um, how am I supposed to? Oh, it doesn't let me move. Uh, there. We're gonna edit this, so we want. So we'll continue playing. I want to probably. I mean, these 1 foot. We're gonna have double height passenger cars, and we'll have it up to 3 lines. You know what? I want to have maybe at least double the passenger 80, so that would be 380 and 60, 240. So at least 240. Actually 160, 320. 400. We'll do at least 400. There we go. And we're gonna double it. We're gonna have 2 of them. And they are gonna go on the line from Dallas Station to, and we're going to make sure we use really the right platform. One, yeah, that's good. I do need to do. Oh no. Uh, we'll do a time lapse in. Uh, 3, 2, 1. Hello again. What were we doing? We were finished setting up. We'll set it up for both. Oh, actually, you know what? We're gonna place another stop here. Oh, don't. Uh, 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 that. Is I forgot how to do this. Um, oh yeah, that should work. That, 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 that. How much further can it go? Uh, um, uh, there we go. It's a weird way of doing it, but I needed to do it some way. And I'm going to copy the same idea. I honestly can't be bothered to fix all the cat node and that shenanigans, so we're just going to keep them. These are going to be two different lines. Ah, yeah. It feels disorienting. Feels off. And we are also just going to have one where that comes off this track as well. We're also going to set up a new line where right to here and here and then back to here, here, here. There we go. And what we're going to do is we're going to set this to line 125 and we're going to buy, we're just going to run these on 126. Unable to find it. 126. I don't know. No, just pause it a second. Would be a nice feature though, probably to be able to feature. Where's the missing electric? Reason says the tiny, it's a little snippet. It's not gonna be, is it? So it's gonna be something going on with the station. Some more. Genuinely, where is it? That needs to be deleted. Oh yeah, I know where it is. I've just remembered. Please say it's that, because I don't want to have to search anymore. It is. We're finally running big board. We can't even buy, but we can duplicate. So as long as I don't accidentally sell both trains. Look how big they are. It's starting to get some speed. It's mediocre power, so it might take a while to get any speed up. This is such a magnificent train. 400-meter long train. Up to about 80 miles an hour. The other one must have left the station. No, but this one has. This is also mediocre because it's like the weakest thing ever for some reason. See if we can get any speed. There we go. We're up to about 180, 190, 200, 219. It does have to slow down a bit here. It's going to be starting to gain speed, I reckon. And then oh no, it's just down, but then it can, when there is time here, speed up. Oh, look at it, it's overtaking this. I will take the phone now in a second. Literally a second. Oh, it's not overtaking it. There we go. How quick is this guy? 203. Okay, this is our first round. Second round now. Third round now. Yeah, we will just continue playing. So fantastic. It does have to slow down though. It might be able to speed up. Anyway. Um, these trains still haven't left. We are just going to give them that. Just hopefully that will give them more room to. Oh, still waiting for 3 times. They should both need to start going. There we go. Oh no, it's 31 days. Yeah. Uh, and today we're going to do a show off of all of it. We just finished. I think we're going to pause today. And what we're going to do instead is we're going to show off. Now, what could we start with? We'll start with each individual line. So, we're going to start with it. We have line 1 with a rate of 282. Running these tracks. Looks. Oh, this is the first line I ever. Oh, okay, it's being a bit punchy. Nice. Amazing. Then we have line 2. Running these tracks at a rate of 327. That might be better. This is my second line ever. And then line 3, which is a tram line, but it hasn't always been a tram line. I'm running through the town of McKinley, but it hasn't always been a tram line. I think it started out as a bus line. Then we have line 4, which also started out as a bus line. And there's 2 trams in there. I'll probably say how many big stuff. Then we have line 5, my first ever train line, running 2 of these. That might be better. Yeah, we're just gonna run 1 of these. A massive. And no, actually, correction, this wasn't my first train line. It used to be a bus line, but then I replaced it with a train line. My first train line ever was actually line 6, confusingly. Which is also my first cargo train line, obviously, without the cars. And then we have line 7, my first ever boat line. I've only got 1 boat running. I used to have a bunch, but it's a replaced them. Then we have line 8, which is a much, much smaller boat line. It just picks up coal from here. Then we have line 9, which was very expensive. I can remember it being very, very, very expensive setting up because I had to buy all the boats for it. And that's delivering stones here, and it's quite a long because my longest line up to that point. And now we have line 10 with. Oh, I should probably show you how many boats. There are 2 of the large boats on line 9. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 trucks on line 10 delivering logs here. And then there's this That should probably not be at 466, but let's see. This is delivering sawmill to tools to the tool factory. And then first urban e-truck. This delivers tools into the town of Dallas. And then there's this line which might have started out as a tram or a bus, I can't remember. And there's also line 14, which I can't remember if that started out as a tram. Then we have line 50, which is my second ever train. About to drop off. It's quite big. It's also got a lot of bridges. I have changed it slightly, but it's always had quite a lot of bridges. Then we have line 16, a very, very short line. Oh, that's not a 400. Uh, um, I guess it's 451. So yeah, we have this boat running here. We have two of these boats running there. That's delivering iron to there. And then we have this, which delivered sawmill materials. This is a much longer train. Got 240 capacity. Means it's 12 cars and 258 meters long. Then we have this much smaller train, which used to be even smaller. This one's actually continually growing compared to a lot of my other trains, which have been stable. Then we have the one delivering machines from that plant to Tucson? Yeah, it's Tucson. There we go. And then we have the machine, the trucks delivering machines into the town of Tucson. Which also, by the way, never actually had. This is a new thing, but I'll probably explain that on the town section. Then there's this, which might have started out as a tram line, and there's this bus line, which is running a small bus congested. And then we have this boat line delivering the bricks from where they're made into or next to Dallas, and then we'll have a truck delivering the bricks into Dallas, which we should probably have another truck. Yeah. Then we have this delivering grain to this, and this delivering grain into the town of St. Louis. And then we have a tram going across, weirdly like that way across Central, and then a bus doing the opposite because obviously I have to be consistent. Then we have my first passenger boat line running these things, how beautiful they are. And then we have line 31, which was my first passenger train line. Even though there's a bunch before it, those were all buses and then they replaced them with trains. This one has always been the same. It also goes into this mega station. Um, Anyway, so there's this, which I literally have done nothing with. Um, this one, which I remember having to, spend a massive amount boring a tunnel, which I'm actually, I'm probably going to throw one more out. Oh, how's it 500? But it's above what it needs to be, so. And then we got this. Oh, these definitely need. Oh, they all start. Okay, we'll just fix that. Uh, can have that. There, 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 um, there, there. We might as well just extend the cargo there. Sorry. I don't know. There we go. That's fixed itself. That should start to default. Anyways, yep. So there's this tram line that runs along here, and there's also this bus line that runs along. And then we have this passenger train, which is one of the thought it's full. I'm just gonna look at this because this is one of the fastest trains. This might even be able to get my speed. Yeah. I'm just gonna very quickly pause it. How many people waiting here? Oh, there's 300, so it's probably a good thing. Yeah, this is one of the fastest. This might be the fastest normal line that any train can get. It only gets to about 115. Um, then we have this bus line, and that's how I can't pronounce. Another little bus line. Then we have another passenger boat line. Which, even though the hovercraft probably aren't the best things, they are the quickest things. So I'm gonna continue. I wanted to run them because they're so ridiculously quick. Like they're nearly as quick as the quickest bus. And these internal city buses are actually slower than them. They aren't as quick as trains or planes, but because of how quickly they accelerate, and the fact that they can go on the most efficient route and don't have to have a massive airport, they are very quick at some time. Then we have this second grain delivery line, this oil train, which they're both at 70, probably. I guess I could have one with 4 and one with 3, but that just seems awkward. But yeah, that's annoying. We might end up finding more of that, just coincidentally. Here, we're gonna have to keep those. And then, just yeah, there's this little oil line, one of like the 2 oil truck lines. We have this going like, right in front of Tucson, but it's probably not. It is probably a mega lot though. Then there's also this train line with the massive bridge. The planes actually fly right near me. The planes are just airport. There's line 45, which is one of the loops to St. Louis. The line 46, the other one. Line 47 is a line taking this iron from here and delivering it to the goods making facility. And then there's another one delivering the plastics to that. And then the goods one gets delivered to Central. And then there's a truck delivering it to Central. That sounds wrong. And there's also another train line, another passenger train line, which I think has always been passenger train. And we have this. I suppose I haven't set that up before. And that. Delivering the iron from there. Which means that despite this being sent, it's like line 4. It's like line 10. It's only in line 50s where it actually gets it. And then, what's this? Okay. This may contain my most ridiculous set of vehicles. It contains two 12-car trains. For some reason, they're nowhere near 4, even though it's only a rate of 400. I think it's because this refuses to produce 400. Yeah, I'm gonna fix that now. So the rate, maybe we need 2 lines delivering bricks. How many bricks does this town need? Only 184. That's one of the reasons. Why does it need more? So the bricks deliver that. They don't deliver the whole region. So we're gonna set up another line coming from here, and we're gonna take half the trucks. We'll take one truck to start with. Move it on. This might be the first one. Hopefully it's going to split, yeah. And that, oh, it's splitting half and half. We're going to split the vehicles half and half. What's the total rate? Then we get 200. Actually prefer and deliver, yeah. This should start to increase the amount delivered. It's also because this town isn't getting any bread. Is this town getting all the bread it needs? No, no. Does this town need 300 bread? Nowhere near that. What we're actually going to do, you know what, we're going to have a little airfield. We'll have another one not too far from the town. We'll put it here. Actually, we will just have to reasonably upgrade this road. Um, They will set up multiple lines today. This was supposed to be a tour, but I am allowing myself to set up a few lines just to help finish up the map. This will also extend this episode. What we're going to do is we're going to say 2 trucks. Okay. That still gives you 293. I'm going to buy 1 point to start with. That was a rate of 10. And then what's the rate? 48. And luckily it goes straight next to the town, which is good. Which means it doesn't need to run into too much of a population, which will also reduce emissions. We will also use the little urban bus because 2 things I want to, and also it will reduce emissions even further by using this because it only emits 62. And I don't really need the rate, not particularly busy, necessarily busy line. We will definitely upgrade this to double pedestrian. And then coincidentally it runs. Where does this line want to run across? It's going to run along there. The other one coincidentally runs along a big main line, so then we need to upgrade this one road. So what I will just do is straighten out this. And it is very, very wiggly. It's just how, for some reason, the roads are fine. Huh. You know what? No, I don't really like that. I'm gonna have that bridge out. I like that design. That's a nice design. We actually are gonna have it so it goes back to there. We'll extend it to a nice road here. It has to climb all the way up to over 240 meters and then drop down to, less than 150, which is insane. That isn't the only place completely engulfed by over 200 meters. That's below 200 meters. This is below 150 as well. And it's completely surrounded by 200 meters. and they're quite close to each other, but they. Are there any other examples? Oh, here, this is under 400 meters. I think the lowest anywhere around here gets to is about 440, which I guess isn't that nature, but it is still completely engulfed by much higher terrain. Not as ridiculous as it is, though. I think realistically, considering you're right next to mountains, if you weren't in a Badlands, this would be a lake, and this would also be a lake. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. We'll just continue playing. Hopefully that will increase the size of this town. We'll have a check back on that in a minute. There's also this line. And we also have this little thing delivering iron here. And this truck delivering coal. And there's also this, which does contain my longest train. I was mistaken. This is my longest train, I think. You know what? We can check. 286. It might count passenger trains, and passenger trains might be longer. We'll just have a look at. Oh, what's my headquarters? Gold it's 180. Longest train. 434. Just gonna make sure it's not like this train. It is. So then if we half it, theoretically, we will put the other one back in, don't worry. Well, I will, not you. 470. 470. Is that what it is? No, 417. I don't see. Oh yeah, I do see some trains. It could be 417. It's not our longest train, but it is probably our longest two trains. Weirdly, that is insanely long. I don't know why. 286. These are some of our longer cargo trains. For some reason, our cargo trains don't seem to get as long, but yeah. Then we have this delivering fuel here, and this delivering. Oh no, delivering oil to the fuel plant. This delivers fuel across the ocean, and this delivers it into the town. And then we have this delivering logs to here, and this delivering planks to here. I think these were all made in the 1800s, but I can't remember. It's around the turn of the century, I think, when we were making these. There's then this little passenger train, which I'm not gonna run this here because this is ridiculous. Replace, even in cell would probably fit it better, or a metro liner. And those are all overbuilt. We're gonna have a probably a meatball. We're gonna run this instead. It's a meatball. It's weird that we don't get any more advanced locomotives compared to the Acela one. I can't remember what its name is, but it's basically just an Acela locomotive. Then we have this one delivery. Well, it finally delivers the machines, and it delivers them to St. Louis. And then there's a little truck delivering it into the town. Then we have this line delivering. I really don't need it to be such a high rate. 232, that's more what it wants to be. Then there's 395 delivering this, that's how small. There's also this little boat here, and then this train running here. Not really recording. 23 minutes. There's also this train running from here to here. These little this train running here to deliver, I think it's coal from that, with some more things, and this is also doing that there. Delivering our grain there. This is another one of these, delivering some more sawmill to there. And then we have another grain train delivering it to here. It's at 380 there, which is massively overkill. We can probably reduce it to 80, and that might be where we want it to be. It's a bit hard now. And we also have this, which is 490, but there's four vehicles, so we can't really reduce it. Um, there's also this passenger train. That's just coming into the station, so I can't see how quick. Weird, they all seem to come into the station very, very close to each other. I don't know why. Then we have this might be our longest train. No, it's not. It's only 255 meters. This is full though, which is even more insane. We'll add another car. Don't worry. What line is this? Oh, this is one of the more ridiculous ones as well. What power rating is it? Mediocre. We don't have a diesel locomotive any more powerful, do we? Which is weird. I find it weird that we only have our most powerful diesel locomotive is a passenger one from 2005. It's the Genesis. I find that weird. Then we have this line. Finally, we have our bigger bus that isn't electric running an airport express, which is where most of them run now. I reckon this one's also electric express. It is. So roughly, this is around 1920. Yeah, this line is about 1920. First plane line. This line was set around 1920, and we're on line 80. Well, that makes sense. Just gonna let it. I think these are modernized 737, like the latest version of 737. Then we have this little train line. Then we have our first plain cargo line running Tupperwebs. I think these are Tupperwebs. These are Tupperwebs. And then we have another one delivering tools there. Just gonna check something. What's the line of rate of? Oh, that's only at 290. Uh, that should not be anywhere near where it is. There we go. That's actually still high, but it's close. Hopefully, removing these should be able to get high speed. I always had that suspicion that these had way too much rate. Ah, they're going so quick. You just hit 800 kilometers an hour, which I don't know what that is in miles an hour. These also don't need to be 360. We can reduce it by reasonably 2. So right. And then we have this plain cargo line. Are these Tupperwebs or what? I'm just trying to work out. Oh, I've not been consistent, have I? Some places I've run the Tupperweb and some places I've run the Boeing 757. So these are the 757s, which are slightly quicker, and I think they held a bit less cargo. So I reckon I decided this journey was long enough. Except it's never going to reach its max speed. The maps just aren't big enough. I'm not losing the longest map theoretically possible, but the longest still is a bit ridiculous for air travel. Um, uh, and we have this little train line, which we can actually. I know it will be a bit unsatisfying because it won't be anywhere near, but it will. It will be. It's better to just overshoots the light ray. That will put it at 443. Actually, that's about as close as it was previously. 430. This. It looks like to remove the car and still have it above 400. It might still be above. No, it won't. Ah. And then we have this line, have a plane line running iron from there to there, which actually means they have to transfer the cargo across the bridge to actually get to the facility, but it doesn't matter because the game does it for us. We also have another one which is delivering logs. And Oh, I'm so stupid. This does have 400 rate. We'll sell that one. I'm so stupid. So actually, this needs to roughly double it. Weirdly, it's still at 120. We'll remove one card. Nope, we won't. Also, the rate will probably go slightly down because of how much weight we've added. So then, but this we can just straight 7, which we get us to 450. That'll also decrease because of the amount of traffic. And then we have this bus line, which are bus loops, and then we have this that runs between here and here. We can just add another one, and that's gonna be a 390. Well, oh, this is only producing 200. Weird way. So actually, we might just remove 3 of them. And then there's a bus line. This does use the faster ones, probably because it's going in a much bigger loop. And this also does that. Then there's the tiny little tram going for St. Louis and another tiny little one going for St. Louis because it's just a really small town. Then Tucson has another bus loop. Then we have some trams going down there, and then one of our first little extension buses. This one goes up here to service these houses, which decided to generate up here. And then we have this little extension, which is kind of an airport express. And then we have the airline that serves, which is this one, which actually, now I think about it, yeah, we need another plane on here, which is like the only plane line that we probably do need a passenger one, which we do need another plane, because the other one is doing just fine, I think. Uh, 6 people. Why are there so few people using it? Oh, I'm going to continue. No. 103, which runs along here. This is my second little bus line. I started just setting them up because I thought, why not? And there's bus loops here. And then there's another bus loop here, another one here. I'm honestly surprised I hadn't set that up before I set this little extension. Then we have a truck line running from here to here, which is kind of like, yeah, kind of like this one, but it runs up to here instead, so it gets more range. Then there's a bus loop around Central, which you can see I actually built. I thought I'd pin. We're going to do fire ownership, yes. There we go. Most of it was freshly built roads, which is why it's, so. Can it accelerate to, a ridiculously high speed? Not really. Oh, that's good. I guess it can carry more people, so it's probably a good point. Then there's a tram going along here. Another passenger train, which I think was the last passenger train I set up. Yeah, because it's 112. I only have like 140 items. So, you can see it's racing this one. Slightly losing, but it might start to catch it. It's going to lose. What line is this? How fast is this one going? 135. They're about the same speed. It's so close, it's actually. This one has a straighter route here, so it's able to do insanely quick. I set this up in like the 80s. because I remember having a meatball. So we're nearly, I think we're nearly to present. There's another bus line here and here. It's a bus, the bus loop round my first time I ever set up anything on to begin with. Then we have a line going across McKinley, which actually this probably needs another bus, just because of how busy some of it's getting. This is another Airport Express. This is another little line because some people started building here, so I thought it would probably be a good idea. And also, it means that these people can get to here easier. It doesn't involve them going across the most ludicrous routes ever. Um, and then I set up this other little line to serve kind of this area better. Then there's this one to serve this area better because these houses are these buildings probably aren't as well in range. They might be in range, I'm not sure, but they're right on the edge of it, so it's nice. Have a connection, so there's this, which does help serve a lot of these buildings down here, which I think actually do have service, but yeah, it gives them better service, and same with this. This was actually a new road, and they have built some stuff on it, which makes me happy. And then I set up this to serve this area, because obviously this isn't getting any service, any proper service. And also here to serve there. And then we set up this delivering iron here. Literally, we haven't started delivering plastic here, so I've just delivered iron here to send the iron somewhere. Now we have finally reached practically the end. We'll talk about those in a minute, but we're first going to talk about 127. Is this? I've just did that this episode. Is this doing well? I didn't even. We don't even have 139. We only have 129. Is this doing alright? 164. 180. They're both below. Ooh, I think this is starting to get more production, is it? Yes, which means that this is probably just starting getting. This line is probably. Yeah, it looks more profitable now. Which also means that these get filled in more, which makes me happy. They're over half full now, and they're nearly fully filled. Which will probably decrease the rates actually. So yeah, that's probably running good. Has it grown this time? Has that increased? I mean, it's at 90, 100, probably around where it's going to reach. And also, I see that the bread is doing what it's supposed to. It's really helping deliver. It's also profitable, which is good. These are losing ridiculous amounts of money. This is also profitable, which is good. Which has shot this town's size up. Now, we'll talk about these two at the very end, I think. We're not gonna go through vehicles because that's boring. We are gonna go. I'm curious. What is my biggest station for maintenance? I reckon it's gonna be a train station, but it might be an airport. I'm not sure. It is an airport. It's this airport and also this airport. The only two double airports, I think. No, the only two double airports with taxi, like lines, all this. Then it's all the double airports, which are all the cargo on. Oh, that's a single. I only have one single proper double. After airports, no, these are also airports. It's airfield and airfield, and then this ship. I forgot about shipping. I didn't realize how expensive this is to run. And that. Oh yeah, this is the floating one. Basically, originally we had a platform here, so it just let me. And I'm gonna keep having a floating one because it's more efficient. After all these boat lines, what's the most expensive? This is the most expensive train station. That makes sense. Um, I don't know how many ports we have. And then this, which makes sense. I mean, look how long it is. because it's one of the longest. And then there's this other one, and this other one. That line's still expensive to it. Then this because it's long. I guess we just don't have that many long stations. Now we're going to go into towns. We're going to go by size. The biggest town is Tucson at 979 people. Not particularly gigantic, but quite big. And then it's Thornton, then Dallas. Something has happened to you. Oh yeah, you peaked much higher. You peaked around that, but you just had to recover a second. And then Dallas, which has always been a very, very big town, but because I've always pumped a lot of the stuff it needs, it's grown very strongly. Then the town where I have my headquarters, Hallowell, which is at 916 residents, quite big. Which yeah, that explains it. I mean, look how big my was. Then McKinley at 721, then Central at 652. Then this town at 539. That's probably shot up to 300. It was already. It's not changed position because it's just yeah. St. Louis is absolutely tiny. It's only at 300 residents, and mind you, I'm giving it nearly all the machines and bread it needs. It's 80% on bread, 70% on machines, which is and okay. One of the reasons is the emissions. Why is it so horrendous? I thought I'd nearly eradicated the plane emissions. It's gonna be a okay. It's all these planes. I didn't realize that they were so bad. Okay, we're gonna delete that. We're gonna move it. Oh, that's we are actually going to set up a very small line. This will be line 130, I think. Oh, it's so far off. And what we're going to do is we're then going to set up there to there. And then we're going to have and that now runs. It's actually a bit higher than what it needs to be, but yeah. That'll hopefully reduce some of the emissions. We'll see. So the average is about 90. Hopefully that will reduce the emissions. So we'll take it from this stop, right, right on the stop line to Current is only 68. That train line is quite. I realize how big their files were. Still says 90. Oh, it's dropped to 90. Has that dropped? It has dropped it. So this town should start to explode in size. That's one of the reasons. There are a lot of plane lines here. Just easiest place to put them, and it's really far from everywhere else. How's the emissions on this town? 30, 30, 40 for Dallas, 30, 30. Oh, what? McKinley, we're going to set up another tram on there. And actually, we are going to. This is going to end up being such a long episode. Are we going to? This is probably going to go in the compilation. If you're watching this in the compilation, hello, welcome. This isn't intended to be a building episode. It just happens that I decided to mess around with some of my stuff. I've done that stupid way. How is this our main connection? Just saying. Anyways, there's this, and then there's yep. We're gonna go industries that we already did. Yeah. How long have I been recording? 44 minutes. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna I'm gonna make sure this isn't like a 2 hour long recording. We're now gonna discuss these lines. You know what? We'll discuss them now, even though it's not the end. I'm sure some of them. These lines I set up last episode. The first one's Big Boy. I wanted to do this for ages, and despite not having the Big Boy able to buy because of duplication shenanigans, I have it. I actually have double-headed versions of it, which is funny. And you can see I can have these running with the pasture cows. These aren't earning any money; they're losing ridiculous amounts, but it doesn't matter because I'm earning a lot. Oh no. Have I still been earning generally? Excluding investments. Excluding investments, I'm earning probably around 50 million. I've just spent a lot of money. And this also does this, but this is the fast trade. I want to see, can this hit 320 kilometers an hour? I reckon it can get very close. Or 300 kilometers an hour, whatever. It might not be able to, though. Haven't unlocked the achievement, which makes it suspicious. It just don't seem like that particularly. Slow down. It's quite a straight track. I made sure it's 300 kilometers an hour, I'm pretty sure. Okay, here, stop. Airport. Don't know how much it matters when you're just speeding up though. It can now start speed. Because when you're starting to speed up, you just need the power to get up. $247 a 5250. No, we haven't experienced. How much track do I have? Three, six. You can see just the sheer amount. You can see that's probably only 16,000. It's not even half my track. What's that type? Oh, that's high speed, which I actually have more of an electric or tunnel. Weirdly, tunnel was above it. You can see, oh, that's 2,000, which is why. Tunnel has gone up. Electric's gone up. There is slightly more tunnel on this map, surprisingly. We will go through that in a second. So, yeah. And these are able to go really quick. This is also able to go quite quick for its max speed. Oh, are they not separate by a lot? This is my massive. This is also, oh, this might be my longest train. I think it is. Which makes sense. I'm gonna look at it. It's 13 cars with two big boys pulling it, and it's still only mediocre because it's got the big boys and they don't have the greatest power rating, but they have the absolute power to do it. So, I mean, look how big they are. Like this is the biggest passenger car that the US map has access to. I should have mentioned actually no. That were in the US map. I think there's some cool stuff in it, maybe. No, that wasn't it. This was I think some modded ones maybe. But the big boys are single-handedly about as long as two of them. Let's see how these two big boys about as long as three passenger cars. Slightly shorter. They're slightly longer than these already massive cars. Like genuinely. We're not gonna do it, but these are 80 meters long. 80 each. So it's about 40 meters each. They're each 40 meters long. That's longer than the longest blue whale, I think, ever on record. I think they get to. I think the longest blue whale on record is about 33 meters, around about that. Don't quote me on that. You know what? I do have Google. We'll search it up. Long. Longest. Longest blue whale ever. 33.58 meters. Is that? Just check. Um, a maximum confirmed. No. There's also the hell yeah. Description size. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's I forget those are real estimates. Mhm. Mhm. Oh, so they physically can't exceed 33 meters. What? Ah. Um. What? Ah. So. Um. So I think the longest blue whale ever maybe 33 meters. So, but this is longer than it. That one of the locomotives is longer than it. Anyways, I'm done. There we go. Um, what was I going to say? Oh, we'll go through finances now. Money's actually been quite good, hasn't it? You can see, we have sometimes lost, but that's good. We've spent a lot. You can see this. Been very steadily earning, which means that we are now at 35 billion, which is insane. We have a track of that much. Oh, you can see the town size recovering from that crash, but it's. I'm surprised it hasn't like really. This town has increased. What was the town that had the problems? Oh, it was wanting still not fully recovered. Yeah, it's nearly fully recovered. There we go. That should increase your deliveries. But because has St. Louis it's exploded in size. Moderately. Whoa, yeah. I think it has. So that will. Oh, you see, population is at 5,800, peaked at about 5,900. But it's so close, I have a feeling it might end up overtaking. Because these are all increasing. And this is only lost maybe 40 people. Don't worry, it could. Maybe. Don't know. We are getting track to live that. Weirdly, this has 30 despite having an airport and a boat line right next to it. How fast does this train go? I don't reckon it's that particularly quick. It is quite straight route though. These cars are not going to have a good time. How far has it got blocked out? Oh, it's only got 2 cars blocked out. How they have like more than cars? Anyway, I was looking at this. It's definitely starting to recover. And like it's starting to account 912. This town is now at 550. How's all the other towns doing? Dallas is about big. I think it might be slightly bigger. Uh, McKinley did have a drop off. That might be one of the reasons. But it's recovering now. This town, 920. I just reckon Tucson's. Oh, Tucson's hit over 1,000 people. That's good. But it's taken until now for it to do that. I wonder if it's going to sustain it. It might not, might. I'm not sure. Central, actually, had a drop off. St. Louis increase. I think I've done, yeah. We'll go through some of the stats. We have 36 million in assets, 35 million liquidation, 35.5 million, about 700 million in inventory. These are rough estimates. 300 million is real estate, 440 million roughly is vehicles, but that's going to continue going down. Value. Oh, that's just, and I have no liabilities, no debt, so it's still basic million. Profit last 12 months is 100 and about 80, 90 million, which I reckon we're not losing value. We have 174 road vehicles, 24 trams, 44 trains, 33 ships, 42 aircraft. We have a top speed of 974, which is going to be a plane. Longest train is 434. And the oldest vehicle is 75 hours old. I'm actually curious what that is. Because this 75 hours actually doesn't sound like a lot. What's that? So divide that by 3. That'd be wrong to do 70. No, it's just 25, isn't it? Yeah, it's just 25. I think my brain was trying to be like, what's not gonna be able to do 50 divided, but yeah, 75 divided by 3 is just 25. So it's about a day of playtime, which is actually quite a lot. There's multiple, so and considering that only dates back to the 1940s, it's wholly possible I've played 2 hours on here. Oh, that's 73 hours because that was where I kept the train safe from like 60s. My newest vehicle is 17 minutes old, which I mean we can just make sure. Yeah, because I did I start the recording 50 minutes ago? 57, but I don't think I set this up 7 minutes in, so. Oh, it's actually definitely. Yeah, because some of these that I set up today are hours old. We can roughly estimate. That I set this up quite early, maybe. Yeah. How long have I got? 57. This might be our longest. This is going to be our longest episode for sure. Even if I do a bunch of cutting. Yes, it's going to be a monster of an episode. Anyways, what else? Do I have anything else to discuss and show off? Smart. Oh yeah, we'll show off a few things. First of all, a few random things while I go to. I've got this little thing. It's called show off. We also have my headquarters, the actual headquarters building. I don't think no, we didn't get through all the headquarters stuff, did we? 360 kilometers of track. 360 391. So it's 360 kilometers track It's 360.391. Total electrified 136. So we haven't got like top everything, but I'm not sure. Well, 356 top high speed. Total bridge is 107. Total tunnel is 107 as well. But it's slightly higher. It's incredibly close. Cargo transported total is 8 something. It's 8 million, and total passenger is about 1 million, which actually is surprisingly low, I would think, considering how rich I am. Cargo transported the last 12 months is 16,000, passengers is 2,000. I'm surprised it's not way higher. Number of different lines, 130. Different cargo types transported. Did that just change from 14 to 13? That just did, didn't it? 13. Maybe? I'm not sure, I can't remember. I think it is 13. It's, I think, every single type that we can get our hands on. It's insane how much stuff we've got. Maybe we do? Do I have anything else to show off? Is that, is this, you know what, I might as well show off all this. You can look at fun tools. I can't be bothered to find highest point, but you can look in board if you want to see any more terrain. Navigable rivers, not really relevant. Have a look. Not massively interesting. Oh, these are connected. I didn't realize they were connected via navigable things. I remember I set this up. There's going to be somewhere where I built a canal. It might be here. Yeah, yeah. So I can ship boats, which means you could actually theoretically take a boat from here and a passenger boat all the way across like here. But I'm never going to do that. This has a little goal. That's nice to know. Land use. Not. I'll, I'll just go across. All these towns here, here. Here you can just see all the land use of these towns, and then we can go into track limit, which is just too complex to show you. This we'll have a look. What's it's not and then we can just look. I wonder how many. Probably quite a lot. 237. Station layers, very poor, very good. Let's have a look at that. Emissions, this might be a bit more. So this is current emissions, which, I mean, why does this have 140 emissions? There's no planes anywhere near it. Right now, is there? Maybe it's going through the Yeah, the strategy is build tunnels. Because if you look, the emissions basically disappear when they go through tunnels. Which I don't know how much I've done on this map. I could definitely do it more, but like here. We're gonna increase the height of this by like um we can just go here. Uh um literally just No. There we go. That should hopefully reduce the emissions there. Oh. Yeah, we'll check now. So, 63, 52. That might send a very moderate shockwave. Does. But hopefully that's going to reduce the average, which will hopefully grow this town. Um, I'll just have a look. Pounds still hasn't increased beyond. Oh, it peaked actually at 597. It hasn't. No. Oh, that's nearly fully. 948 is about where it was at its peak. 1004, which actually its peak. It's down to peak 300. 938, which is about that. That's peak. Still not particularly gone up. Just see if there's any other ones that run right near town that I can like at least theoretically that, but it's certainly probably. Does that emit? If I just look, Aaron, that does send a bunch of emissions. So how am I gonna remove that? I am actually just gonna swap it around. Actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna uh, um that 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 that. There we go. That should hopefully reduce the average emissions there. Any others that I can see I can here. No, I think that's far enough away from too much. So it'd also be too complex to try and fix. Um I just found the irony that Central is actually kind of near, like they're working out of that kind of near, being near the centre. There's so many here, but I mean, I've got ready to think of the most prominent one. Um, anyways, no, Well, what we're gonna do for outro? We're gonna have first outro, first thumbnail. I mean, second thumbnail, which is gonna be like this. And third thumbnail, which is gonna be kind of. I know this was in the previous thumbnail, but it wasn't just one. There we go. Now, I think we can do the outro, unless there's anything I forgot. But we'll do the outro now, I think. Anyways, like this video if you enjoyed it. Share it if you think other people enjoy it. If you visit the channel page for all the current content, including all the other episodes of this series. Now, it depends on what channel you're watching this, because if you're watching this as the compilation, if you're watching this as the individual episode, you'll be only 2, so you can see the background music on this channel, and you'll be able to visit my other channel, Completely Gaming, with all the compilations of this episode. Of this series. It's split into every 10 episodes, except the last one might be a bit weird. It might be 11, it might be 9, I can't work out. It'll be a bit weird. But, yeah. But if you're watching this on the already on the gaming channel, you'll be able to find. But if you're watching this on EO2, you'll have to visit the gaming channel for this. But watching this on EO Gaming, you'll be already be on this. So you'll be able to find on EO Gaming, as well as the compilations of this series. You'll be able to see Eli Corp, which, yeah, you'll also be able to see my series with my mum, which currently only has 1 video uploaded, but it might have a second. I've got the second recorded, but I might upload it soon, I might not. Actually, you know what? I'm going to show you some other. You can see. I'm recording this. Now it's at 7:50. On the 7th of the 3rd of March. Which, yeah, it means yeah. What else do I want to say? Probably, yeah, I'm gonna say something. You know what? Nah, we won't do the outro. You know what? We will do. We'll do the outro on my first ever train line. I guess I could do it on my first line ever, but I've already done that. So. Anyways, yeah, so you can. I've already explained some of the game stuff, but you can also see on the gaming X4, which I started just over a year ago. I think I started about February 2024, and I finished it around the end of March. It might be, yeah. I finished it about middle March. So it probably wasn't finished. It's not finished by the time I'm recording this. It's not. The last episode came out less than a year ago at the time of recording, but it might be over a year ago by the time of uploading, because I don't know how long this will be until this comes out. I would say we have 5 episodes. That would be 13. Probably be around 13, 14. So maybe not. I think. It might be about the same time that this series ended, coincidentally, which is a complete coincidence because I started this series at the end of December of last year, and I started that series in February. But yeah, you can see that series. Do I have any other channel content on that channel? I don't think I do. I also have City Skylines, both my live streaming, where I stream most Sundays. I'll probably continue streaming until around about May. Plus, I have on Gaming a series called Last Week of 4, which episode 5 of that, or it might be episode 4 of that, has just come out. I can't remember. It was a few weeks. It was a couple of weeks ago at the time of this recording. It might be more. Like, it was half time. Yeah, it was a couple of weeks, but maybe a bit more. So you can watch that, and you can also watch my original series, Last Week of Two, which is on my main channel, Eli Inc. But there is a couple episodes on Eli Gaming, but they are on the playlist on Eli Inc. So you could just continue watching it on the playlist, and that will give you all the correct things. It'll also give you all the live streams, but you can skip them because yeah, you can watch all the live streams and all that. And that's brought me neatly onto Eli Inc., where I have an Eli Gaming compilation of best moments, which goes. I have both the first and second one at the time of recording. I might the third one probably won't be out. I don't know if I've even started editing it. I know I have started, I just haven't finished editing it. There's also another channel I've got called Eli Reacts, which I hopefully will upload. I haven't uploaded in ages. I have got 2 videos recorded and 1 edited, which is more than I've had for ages, but I just haven't bothered to upload it because I think I've been uploading enough stuff recently. So I'm going to wait a bit. Maybe after this series is uploaded, you can go on. Maybe like 2 days after this episode's uploaded, you might be able to see the first episode. The first new episode. There's also Eli Reacts compilation best moments 1 and 2 on there. And there's also Eli 2 compilations 1 and 2. Also, I need to mention this. I did do a year special, I think. Yeah. So on this channel, we had a year. I've just had the year special. I am getting the chart ready. The chart will be out definitely by the time it's uploaded. Hopefully, unless this doesn't come out. Well, it should come out. Should be able to make it this weekend. But I did do a year special where I uploaded my 3 older background music, which you can see. Do I have to say anything else? I don't think I do. Do I want to say anything else about Eli? No. I also on this channel we have background music to the time-lapse bits, which we didn't actually have any of today, plus a couple other random things, including time lapses, and there's a few shorts. I uploaded a short recently, and like animal shorts and stuff. And there's also a couple of in a nutshell that I recorded a few years ago, which I'm now uploading. You can also see the main in a nutshells on my main channel, which you can see, which is nice. Do I have to say anything else? Share this. Yeah, I've done that. Hit the notification bell before my new content comes out. Especially do it for all the channels. I've got another channel called EO Clips, but that uploads round about 9 times a week. So so once every weekday, and it does both a normal clip and an additional clip on Saturdays, and it does a full-length clip and a normal clip on Sundays. It does an Eli 2 clip. There we go. On Sunday, it does a full-length clip for compilations of best moments, but I don't. But it could be any of them, except maybe not Eli 2. I think Eli 2 is probably Saturday, because it's Eli 2. Yeah. Do I have to? So yeah, you can go back, but if you do turn notifications on for that, be warned your YouTube app might explode. Still, to be fair, they're only like 2 seconds, so it's not like insane. Yeah, you should probably hit notifications. Well, I don't know how much interesting stuff is going to be on this channel. What I think. I think Eli Reacts and Eli Gaming are going to have some interesting stuff. Eli might as well, but I'm not as sure. They're probably just going to be chugging. I'm just chug on some water. Not actually chug on some water, but yeah. So we've done that. Also, yeah, hit notification bell to be informed when new content comes out. I've done the visit the channel page thing. I've done it in weird order, which has left my brain up. Subscribing to see my subscription feed, or want to see my subscribing thing go up at 25 subscribers, which I might already be at the time this uploads. I'm quite close to it, but I might not be. I'm likely not going to be, but I'm not sure. I will do a special on this channel. You can also subscribe to my other channels to get specials. For all the channels but Eli Inc, it's every 20. It's 25, 50, then 100. For Eli Inc, it's 50, which I've already done, 100, which I've already done, and the next one will be 200 because I upload more stuff to it and it seems to be more popular. You can also go follow my TikTok, which will be linked for Eli Inc. Yeah, it's on the Eli Inc link that you can. If you go onto Eli Inc's channel page, you can see my TikTok, which you can follow. That has like no followers though. Click the top left corner to see all the rest of the series on Eli Inc. On the Eli 2 correction. I'm not sure what it links to on Eli Gaming. I might just put like a disclaimer or something. Click top right on see all the other channels with either 2 videos on Eli 2. If you're on Eli 2, I'm not sure what it links to it if you're on Eli Gaming. I'll probably work it out. Thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your day. And bye.